I'm going to make a potting bench today just out of some of the scraps I've got left over from the cabin build. So I've got some lengths of 3x2 and I've also got some cladding as well, so I'm just going to make it up as I go along and we'll see what we end up with. That's the framework complete now. You can sort of see the design I'm going for. I'm going to put a cupboard in the middle here, and then there'll be a shelf at either side, a plywood top on with kind of an enclosed area in the middle for putting the compost, and then this back area is going to be boarded just to give an area to hang stuff. That's the plywood top, so our next job will just be to put the cladding on. I've cut this shaped piece at the top on the side just to create a bit of a lip so that things don't roll off. I've just been making a pretty basic door for in the middle on the front here. So I'm going to have two of them, and they're just made out of the same cladding material. So I've just made a bit of a framework using I think it's 1 by 1.5 inch timber just on 3 sides there, and then I've just nailed 3 cladding boards to it and hinged it on the inside. So I'm just going to make the other door now. One thing I am doing as well is putting these trims on. So it's just a piece of cladding that I've cut to size, and I'm just going to put that across all these faces, and it'll just sort of make it a bit smarter, and it also gives me a fixing point for my door. So you can see that's screwed to the fascia piece there. I've still got a couple of screws to put in. That's the second door made. It's really easy to make these, and I'll just attach it now using these 2 hinges. Now the doors are on, I can finish putting the trims on. So the like of this trim here, I just need to finish it around all the rest of the edges on both sides, and then that'll just make it a bit neater. It'll hide the top of the doors when they close as well. So I'll get on and do that now. As you can see, I've finished putting trims on all the exposed edges. I've also put a bracing piece on the inside of the doors. As I say, it's a work in progress this, so I didn't realise I would need that, but the doors were kind of sagging down a bit, so I've put this bracing piece on both doors. And I've just started making a kind of area to contain the compost for on top of the bench here, so I'll show you how that goes together. And then this is just a hinge door from the top. So that's the rough idea. It just all needs attaching, and then I'll have this hinged opening door on top to access the compost inside. So that's the box in place. I've just tacked that on right round with the nail gun, and the door on top just sits up. I'm going to have some kind of securing some way of securing it at the top just to stop it blowing down. So the next job is going to be I want these shelves boarded in, just so that when the doors are closed you can't see directly in, because I'm going to have bags of compost and stuff in here, so I don't really want them to be visible through the sides. And I also don't want things to be dropping off these shelves into the void in the middle. That's one side boxed in now. I'm just keeping it really simple. I've just used four lats of the tongue and groove. Right, it's starting to look a little bit more like it now. I've got these shelves boxed in on both sides. The cupboards in at the top where the compost is going to go, and then the cupboard area inside is kind of separate now, so that's where the bags of compost will go. There's like a storage area. So all I really need to do now is put some knobs on the doors and think of a way of securing them so that when they're closed they don't blow open. So that's the potting bench finished now. I've given it a lick of paint and put the handles on, the door stoppers. So that's the area where the compost will go. Got a couple of little latches on the doors. Not bothered to paint the inside, it'll just have compost in there. I've put a little latch on the side here just so that when the door is up it can be secured so that it won't blow down and hit anybody. So yeah, it was pretty straightforward to build. As I say, just made out of offcuts from the cabin build. So I'm pretty happy with it. It didn't cost me anything, and yeah, I enjoyed making it. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment down below and subscribe for future videos.